Today we're doing Chapter 1, Lesson 3. And actually in class we're going to divide this up, but I'm going to go ahead and give both of them to you for online so you can do add and subtract integers. For adding integers with the same sign, same signs, add and keep. So as long as they both have the same sign, we just add them. Like if we're going to add this top row of 5 plus the bottom row of 3, 5 plus 3 makes 8. Now we're going to say these on the right are negative, so the top row would be negative 5 and the bottom row would be negative 3. Together that makes negative 8. Now if we're adding integers with different signs, the rule is different signs subtract. And keep the sign of the larger. And it's not really the larger number, it's the number that's farther from 0. So keep the sign of the larger is what we say. For example, the top row is a positive 5 and the bottom row is negative 3. It's kind of like those cancel and what's left over is 2 positives. So what we did was subtract 5 minus 3, and we get 2, and we took the sign of the larger, which was the positive. On the next example, we have negative 5 and positive 3. Again, those cancel, and there's a negative 2 left over. We subtracted 5 minus 3 and got 2, but we had more negatives than we did positives, so my answer is negative. And when we subtract integers, we use keep, change, opposite, or keep, change, change. You keep the first number, change subtraction to addition, then change the second number to its opposite. So if it's positive, you change it to negative. If it's negative, you change it to positive. Let's do some examples real quick. So 5, keep, change opposite, plus negative 3. And then you follow the rules for addition. So that would be a positive 2. Let's do the one underneath. Negative 5, keep, change, opposite. And then they're both negative 5 and negative 3 makes a negative 8. And then keep, change, opposite. So we keep the negative 5, change to addition, and then the negative 3 becomes a positive 3. That would equal negative 2. Okay, I'm going to do one extra example because I might know that there's one very similar on the test. In Texas, the highest temperature recorded was 120 degrees Fahrenheit in August 12, 1936, in Seymour. The lowest temperature recorded was a negative 23 degrees Fahrenheit on February 8, 1933, in Seminole. Write an expression that represents the difference between these two measures. Then determine and interpret their difference. Difference means we are subtracting. When we subtract, we usually put the big number first. So I'm subtracting 120 minus negative 23. And usually we put parentheses around the second number that's negative. It's kind of like we're trying to contain that negativity. So there's our expression. And then we follow the rules for keep, change, opposite. So we're keeping 120, changing to addition, and that becomes a positive 23. And positive 120 plus positive 23 equals 143 degrees difference. So if you think about the thermometer, it was way up here for 120 and way down here for a negative 23. So if we go the distance in between, that's 143 degrees. Let's look at some of the practices you're going to do by yourself. So I've circled the ones that are addition. Let's talk about them first. So for number 1, the signs are different, so you're going to subtract. On number 4, the signs are the same, so you're adding. Number 5, the signs are different, so you're subtracting. And let's look at number 7 because we have all sorts of signs. Take it 2 at a time. So just consider it's 4 plus negative 7. Those are different signs, so we're subtracting. 7 minus 4 is 3. Take the sign of the larger, negative 3. Then do the next piece. Negative 3 plus positive 55. Different signs, so we have to subtract. 55 minus 3 makes 52. And the larger number is positive, so my answer is positive. And then number 11 is also adding. Danny's youth football team gained 5 yards on a play, lost 9 yards on the next play, then gained 3 yards on the third play. Write an addition expression to describe the total change of yardage, then determine the sum and explain its meaning. So if they gain, that's going to be positive, and if they lose, that's negative. So gained 5 plus negative 9, because it said to write an addition expression, so everything's going to be plus. Then gained another 3, and then we're supposed to find the total. So remember, take it 2 at a time. 5 plus negative 9 makes negative 4 plus positive 3. Negative 4 plus positive 3 would equal 1. And then we take the sign of the larger, negative 1. And then it said to explain its meaning. So negative 1 means that they have a total loss of 1 yard. Okay, let's go back and look at the other problems. Those are subtraction. Those are the ones we're going to use this rule, keep, change, opposite. So I want to see that you rewrite them. Negative 13 plus negative 48. And then follow the rules for addition. The next one, keep 75 plus negative 98. Number 6 is 29 plus negative 61. Keep, change, opposite. Okay, and then it gets kind of complicated when we get several numbers. So again, take it 2 numbers at a time. Don't look at this part just yet. Only look at the negative 68 minus 1, which would be negative 68 plus negative 1, because we keep, change, opposite. And negative 68 plus negative 1 makes negative 69. And then we can do that last part. Plus negative 6. Same signs, add and keep the sign. So that would be negative 75. And you see if you can do the next one by yourself. Remember, on this subtraction part, you're going to keep, change, opposite.